Captain's Log, Stardate 8288.9. The Argo's mission to investigate the sudden appearance of life in the Pi 1 Ursae Majoris system has become much more challenging than originally anticipated. When we arrived, we discovered that within 6 months, the moon of the system's gas giant has gone from lifeless rock to complex biosphere, including large multicellular flora and fauna, and at least some of the latter have proven deadly. Commander von Wartburg led an away team to the moon's surface, only to be attacked by a kind of giant, venomous ant analog that would have killed Lieutenant Junior Grade Pass if not for the skill of Dr. Ozonin and his team. Currently, Commander von Wartburg and Lieutenant Sonadel are still on the moon's surface, but so far, all attempts to communicate with them have failed. We don't even know if they're still alive down there. Worse, before I could send Lieutenant Daae and a security detail to determine the commander's status, a warship of unknown origin warped into the system and challenged us. Initial communications revealed that the ship belongs to a species called the Kulath, who claim that a group of fugitives from justice have taken refuge on the moon. Despite their initial antagonism, the Kulath seem to have recognized that they are in Federation space and will therefore have to deal with us as the Federation's representatives. Now I just have to find a path through this situation that satisfies law, diplomacy, and protocol, not to mention one that gets my first officer and helmsman back safely and quickly. However, one thing hasn't changed. The biggest question we face is still, what the hell is going on down on that moon? End log.
Alright, with that, we're going to start. Technically, this is scene 5. So we're going to start with that on the surface of the planet in a cave-like structure. Yep, scene 5. Since we're carrying over from the last part. So for this duration, for the remainder of the mission, so Commander von Wartburg and Lieutenant Sonadel both sustained lethal injuries at the end of the last week's session. Both of you are alive, however. For the remainder of the session, both of you will have a permanent 5 reduction on your total stress. You will not be able to get back that 5 stress until you are brought to the Argo and receive proper medical treatment.
Okay. So
hold on, Sonadel, before you start. Currently, Sonadel, you are unconscious and you have no idea where you're at.
No, I was just asking for clarification on the health again. That was all.
So all your stress is returned except for 5.
Got it. That's what I wanted to know. All right.
The 5 is a current permanent reduction on your character until it's to represent that you are lethally, you were lethally injured. Commander Wolfgang, you're awoken, and standing before you is 3 bipedal humanoids. Oddly enough, it doesn't look like that you're in a cave. You see metal alloys and various other consoles and structures and lights. And standing before you, and it doesn't appear to be any sort of military garment, but more civilian type clothing, is a humanoid female. She kind of stands in front of you, and you are currently, though, are sitting in a chair bound. My name is Solara. Who might you be?
Commander Wolfgang von Wartburg of the United Federation of Planets Starfleet.
What is your affiliation with the Kulathians?
I can't say I'm particularly familiar with that species. though it is possible I have not been briefed on that species. Oh.
What are you doing on this planet?
Peaceful exploration. A planetary survey mission.
And this vessel you come from is part of the Federation? Of this so-called Federation?
Yes. The USS Argo is a ship of Starfleet which is in service to the Federation.
And this vessel, the Argo, is it a warship? Claimed to be on peaceful exploration, but your weapons say otherwise.
The weapons are for self-defense purposes and peacekeeping only. The ship is primarily exercised with the mission of maintaining peace and law within the Federation.
I've heard those words before.
With what agency am I speaking with? What government? Or people, I suppose.
We are merely refugees in a long-forgotten war that a certain culture wishes to remain hidden, Commander.
Was it your people that attacked myself and my subordinate?
The Kulathians have many agents outside their empire. Couldn't be too sure.
A simple hello would have sufficed. Gift basket, perhaps?
Well, where I come from, if you're not the aggressor, then you're the aggressee. So
That's
my
a very
apologies.
unfortunate place you come from.
Despite you took lethal action against my men, they're fine. And I am not... Sorry. I am not like my enemy. I have given you both, you and your officer, medical treatment.
It is much appreciated, although I would advise that you allow me to contact my ship to inform them that I am merely a guest and not bound to a chair and being queried. Since one is a friendly gesture of a people seeking refuge in our space, and the other is an act of an aggressor.
I don't know about that, Commander, correct?
Wolfgang
Last
is
time-
fine. No need to be so formal.
Well, Wolfgang, see, your vessel is currently in contact with my enemy.
Well, that is a problem.
So as you can see, giving you access to opening communication to your vessel will put myself and my people in danger. That I cannot allow. Not until I figure out what to do with you.
Are you aware that you're in Federation space? Or at least claimed Federation space?
Every sector of space we go to is always claimed by some sort of empire. We figured this would be a safe harbor for my people for the time being.
Well, it's entirely possible that you could seek some sort of refuge officially with the Federation, and my captain would be obliged to at least hear you out. But such a request for refugee status must be done in good faith.
And by the time that refugee status comes into effect, my people will be annihilated. Cannot wait that long.
My understanding, although forgive me, I am no ambassador of my people, but until such status has been ratified or disallowed, you'd be under our aegis and our shield, our protection until such time as it was cleared.
I'm sorry, Commander, but even then, there's no guarantee.
There's no
They
guarantees of anything in life, ma'am. But you could choose to hide in a cave and hope those starships don't find us and blow this thing into a crater, or you could have the United Federation of Planets possibly reaching out and aid you.
Dukulath no bounds. They will hunt us to the ends of the universe if they feel like it. I'm afraid that your asylum, while most gracious of an offer from you, will not protect my people.
How will you know until you try?
Because we have. In the last culture we asked, they were subjugated.
So, if you trip and fall down a set of stairs, do you avoid all stairways for fear of falling?
Your metaphors are lacking, Commander. You don't understand the Colathians like I do.
Give me one communication away from your base, put a bag over my head, and put me out in the forest somewhere. Let me call them, and I can speak with my captain. In fact, actually, just to act in good faith, I would ask that you send my officer up to the ship, and you can keep me as collateral to ensure that my captain doesn't try anything.
I'll take it under advisement. But right now, communications are impossible. We have erected a shield that no energy transmissions of any kind will be able to penetrate.
You must have some sort of transportation, hover vehicles or ground vehicles of some kind, pack animals. You could take my officer outside of the shield.
You misunderstand. The shield is around the entire world.
That must require quite an energy source.
Indeed. I've said too much. Guards, take him back to cell. We'll speak again, Commander.
I'm sure we will.
I have pressing matters to deal with.
Avoid the stairs. I hear they're rather steep.
And, Commander, as you're escorted back to a holding cell area, you notice as they're walking, they don't bag you or anything. They're pretty open about it, but there are two guards escorting you. They both have, you're still bound. They do have rifles pointed at you. And you notice that you hear the sound of children playing in the distance.
As I'm being escorted around, I'll try to keep a mental log, if you will, and just look around for paths of escape, security, weak points, or strong points. That sort of thing. But I don't address the guards unless they address me.
Yeah. Even though you're kind of in a cave-like cavern type structure, you notice that like these are sort of in a way makeshift walls. And then you can see sort of windows in a way that show the actual cave on the end, as you're walking past. No, it doesn't take too long, and you negotiate, and then you see they're sort of like a cell type area. As you're put in the cell, lock and key, in your own individual one, and you notice the cell across you has Sonadel, who is quietly napping. And then there's another man who seems to be dressed in much more formal clothing, sort of whistling. And with that, we're going to cut to the Argo, the bridge of the Argo. So, Captain.
Mm.
You, the last thing you did was you communicated with the Kulas battleship. They seem rather intent of deploying a ground surface raiding party, but they have halted their any actions, trying to decide on what they wish to do next, at least from your assumptions.
Okay. So that have they broken communication or?
No, they have not. I mean, their comms are still open. If you're willing to talk with them.
I think I was talking to a Karen Doe or Corin Doe.
Rando.
What?
Kurando.
Kurando.
Yeah. Kurando. I don't remember. My head's.
That's fine.
So.
Kurando works. Yeah. All right, I'm going to mute the channel for a second. Dai, how are you with ship sensors?
She looks over at the captain. I'm not very good at running scans, sir, to be truthful.
Mr. Chitre, find me the landing party. Yeoman Kumalo, I need everything you can give me on dealing with foreign powers with theoretically their own nationals on the run into Federation space, both with and without asylum claims. And then somebody want to do those two characters?
I'm on Chitre.
Okay.
Sensor operations focus. And difficulty 2. Something about the ship. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah, we've got the advanced sensor suites lowers difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 0. Already factored in.
I'll give you a threat for an extra die.
It begins. Ooh.
Just got it.
I reword that, but yeah.
Captain, there seems to be some sort of planetary shield of a kind. It's not the sort we would use. It's enough to create a sort of interference with the transporters and energy-based weaponry, penetrating no further than, I'd say, the mesosphere. It is possible a projectile or a shuttlecraft could penetrate the shield. Beyond that, energy transmissions don't seem to be coming through. I could try to look for a power source, perhaps.
Do it.
I'm not seeing any life forms on the surface either, likely because of the scattering of our sensors.
I feared as much. And I turn back, I unmute the channel. Kurando, forgive the pause. We've just noticed some sort of energy field appearing on the moon below our surface. Could you tell me more about the circumstances of the fugitives that you are seeking in Federation space?
We'll send over the appropriate data, but they are wanted fugitives. They are terrorists in the eyes of my people, Captain. I've even gone far as assassinated one of the royal members of the house.
I understand. Please stand by while we review your data. Argo out. Dae, Chitre, I want you to keep an eye out. If those people start sending a shuttle down without a heads up, I want to know it.
Yes, sir.
Radical faction. They're known for terrorist bombings of several housing complexes and government structure, along with the assassination of Prince Turan of House Kula. What's the can we figure out the timestamps on these? Like, when did this happen?
I'll give this to you, but essentially a lot of these timestamps go on for years.
Mm-hmm.
From like the housing, the bombings in the housing complexes. That it's they're dated years and months apart. In terms for the assassination, it just happened recently, about 7 months ago.
Okay, so these are recent crimes.
Have these people dealt with the Federation before?
I haven't heard of them. Is there any information in the Federation database on the Kuloth, Mr. Chitre?
I'll look through the computer. One moment. Sir.
Sir.
No. No records on file.
Chief Kamalo, what's our legal position here?
I'm reading over the files. Give me 1 second, Captain. Either roll or... Yeah.
No, so there's no role for this. I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase this.
Because she has law and bureaucracy as focuses. So... I don't know. That plan.
So give me con plus reason. Difficulty 1. Assisted by the ship's computers plus con.
Okay. Take a threat using a focus in either bureaucracy or law.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, throwing those complications tonight.
Yeah. We got 2 momentum though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So cancel it. Yep. You know how much you like the momentums. I can't be right. I get it, I will do stuff.
She says, Captain, the insectoid ant-like creature.
Hmm.
It tried to pull us away. So if they did get them, maybe Ortberg and Sonadal were taken to another location. Maybe they're still alive. Maybe they were taken to a cave or taken underground. I would think these ant creatures would be underground creatures.
It's certainly possible, and the sudden appearance of this shielding makes me think that whoever is on the planet, these fugitives, know what's going on up in orbit, and have one hell of a power source.
As
And
far as I
Samir
can
is there.
tell, sorry,
Go ahead.
Captain.
Go ahead, Mr. Chitre.
As far as I can tell, the level of power is unknown to us. It is a technology level that the Federation has not encountered before. I do not believe this be work of ants.
Just the
Afraid.
same, the last we were attacked by ants, and they attempted to carry Poss away, so they could be still alive, Captain.
Yeah, there are too many possibilities to be able to sort it down to this point. Ensign Mira, can you punch a communication channel through all that?
Ha.
I'm tempted to do so now, Captain. Captain, I'm unable to break through the interference. It just seems like all transmissions stop inside the planet's atmosphere.
This just gets better and better.
And Chief Kamalo will walk over to the captain and will say, since they're in Federation space, they are bound by. But since they have a warrant, it's technically up to you whether or not the Federation honors it. Nearest Federation or high-ranking officer. Everything
Very
is
well.
on our boat, so to speak, Captain.
The what is in our boat?
Really, she just kind of says the situation as far as legally is all on our side.
Very well. Ensign Mira updates Starfleet Command on our status, then reestablish contact with the Kulath.
Yes, sir. Channel open.
Kurando, forgive me, is there a title I should be addressing you by?
Commander.
Commander, then. I have gone over your data. As we're in Federation space, Federation law applies. You do have what appears to be a valid warrant. However, as the nearest Federation official, it is up to me whether or not this warrant is properly executed. I would ask for your forbearance. I have 2 officers on the moon whose location is unknown. I would hope that you would have the patience to allow me to attempt to retrieve my officers and find out exactly what the situation on this moon is. I can assure you that Federation law is both fair and scrupulous, and that if your warrant is valid, it will be honored.
Captain, please understand, the longer we wait, the quicker these terrorists and murderers will slip through your fingers. I have ground forces ready to depart my vessel and get past that shield that they so love to use.
Understood, Commander. However, I have people down below, and any sort of full-on invasion risks their lives, and that I will not stand for under any way, shape, or form. And again, this is Federation territory, and this situation falls under our jurisdiction. Now, I'm going to send a team down to locate my officers and hopefully retrieve them and find out as much about this situation as we can. I ask you to give me time to investigate this situation and locate my officers before you make any other moves.
Give me presence plus command, difficulty 3.
Woo! All right, that's the Argo.
Yeah, it's the Argo rolling it. What are you talking about?
That's right. Presence, command. Let's see. Negotiation.
Anybody allowed to?
It'd be more like persuasion.
It'd be
at this
diplomacy.
point.
Anybody allowed to?
Well, what? There's a bunch of people talking at once there.
Okay, it's going to be more like persuasion for this roll,
Okay.
for a focus.
I don't really have persuasion, so let's see. Definitely take a threat for another die for bold command.
Anybody allowed to assist by
No.
speaking out?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to go for it.
Let him, Captain. He's usually good at this.
No,
Yeah.
he is, but my character's naive, and I can see her, since she lost some people, be like over rambunctious and be like, trying to assist, make it worse or better.
I don't think I want to
Make it-
spend a determination yet, but that might be a mistake.
Yeah, she could be a complication.
She could be a complication. That's true.
That's why I asked.
So difficulty 3. I get to re-roll 1. Here goes nothing. Ooh, nice.
There goes something. Good job, man. Starfleet sucker.
That's what happens when you have a captain that knows how to do his job.
Word.
No, you guys are so sweet.
Very well, Captain. You have 1 hour.
Hmm.
If I do not hear from you, I will be launching my forces. This conversation's over. The channel goes out.
Dai would
Well-
have gotten up from her seat and actually stood over on the railing watching this. Trying
Well-
to keep her mouth shut.
Well, I don't think he'll be winning too many awards from Ms. Manners. All right, people, let's go.
Wasn't it?
Let's find our people. Dr. Chizonen, Dr. Azonin, they may well be injured, so I would like you to be part of the away team.
Of course, sir.
Oh God.
She looks over at him like a daughter to a father.
What was that, Brax?
So, give me a reason plus science, difficulty 2. So it goes down to difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's sensor plus
Chitrell.
science. For Trishel.
Chitrell. Yeah.
Sensor science.
Get 1 momentum.
Yay! Oh, I missed that in the chat.
question is, can we take them?
Well, if they come from a civilization that can throw a shield around a moon.
Fair enough.
It's Star Wars versus Star Trek. Nice.
That's no moon.
That's no moon. Yeah, that's no moon.
Permission to get that which I lost, Captain, back. And then she'll stare it over him like the eagerness of a daughter to a father.
Commander,
We'll get them back, Dai.
Captain, she is apparently a very good pilot as well as a fighter. We could use her to take us down if need be.
What are you finding, Mr. Chitre?
I thought I'd give a look at our guests to ensure that they are safe, of course. And unfortunately, they are quite safe from anything, say, as big as the Argo. Actually, they're significantly larger than we are, and they seem to be armed with disruptor banks and photon torpedoes. So if they wanted to fight off pirates in the region, I think they're perfectly safe, especially from a ship like ours. Kind of clears his throat and looks worryingly at his controls.
Do you concur, Dai?
She runs to her console, takes a look.
I'll patch them over to you.
That's what the data says. She turns in her chair. She says, "We're Starfleet's greatest, Captain. But his assessment is correct."
So, not only are they rude, but they outgun us. The situation keeps getting better and better. All right. This may be incredibly stupid, but Mr. Ozonin, Lieutenant Dai, you're with me.
All right. With that,
Lieutenant Chitre,
we're going...
you have the comm.
Okay. So with that, we're going to go to the next scene. You go down 1 momentum. We're get ready to head down to the planet. We're going to cut to the next scene. Or, well, sorry. Back to the surface. I feel like crap, if you can't tell. So yes, the two of you are currently sitting in your cells. Sandel, you come to. You both are technically sore, extremely sore. Definitely have a lot of bruising and electrical scars.
Oh, well, at least the girls in my sorority house won't be jealous anymore. Oh,
Is it just us two, or do we still have a guard on us?
There is no guard currently. You are behind a force field. But there is that other guy who's currently whistling.
question, GM. How long has it been since we left the Argo? We don't know, do we?
You don't know.
Harcourt Fenton Mud?
Fenton! Anyway, yeah, we're, yeah, she's just like rubbing the back of her neck, like, lived. Where the hell are we?
We are
You're
currently
here,
being
we-
held captive, Lieutenant, by some would-be refugees.
Oh, then my apologies for my previous comment, Commander. Here with you, Commander.
And the man in the cell starts laughing. Refugees, you say? Is that the answer Her Royal Highness gave you?
Who might you be, sir?
I'm Turan, House of Kula. And you are?
Commander Wolfgang von Wartburg, United Federation of Planets, member of Starfleet.
Never heard of you.
I'm
Lieutenant
sure.
Ken Sonadel.
And what did you do? Whistle too much?
Oh no, they just don't like me.
I wonder why.
There's no
No, they
need to
don't
be
like me
rude,
because
Lieutenant.
my father. They're members of a terrorist organization, radicals. They wish to undermine the very fabric of the Empire.
Good question. Can I read him?
The empathic you get from him, he's very cocky. Very sure of himself.
She looks at the commander and says, well, he's stupid or very sure about what he says, Commander.
To each their own, miss.
I'm not the one cocky in a jail cell.
I'm not worried about being in this jail cell. My people will come get me soon enough. When the time comes, if you value your lives, I'll see to your safety and return to your people.
Your magnanimity is
exchange,
much appreciated. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
In exchange, I only ask you that we help each other.
And how could we help each other at the moment other than keep each other pleasant company?
Help me break free, and I will assure you that you'll be well taken care of. If money is your goal, I can offer you fame and fortune, Commander. And that goes to you too, miss.
I'm already famous. I'm the best pilot in Starfleet.
I've probably seen better.
Doubt it.
Wolfgang just kind of gives Sonadel a look and just kind of shakes his head. Not like very violently, just a little shake of his head. And then like he's signaling to her, and then he just continues looking around.
She stops talking for a little bit. It gives him time to say something.
I will remind you, sir, that you are speaking with an officer of Starfleet, a lieutenant. Oh, what would be the proper form of address for you?
Lord. I have many titles. Lord, Prince, Master of the Universe. There are others, but...
Your lordship, perhaps, then?
I'm fine with that. I'll add it to the list of titles.
Of course. Well, your lordship, have you found anything of... Did you happen to bring anything in with you that may assist in our escape?
Let's just say, keep this on the download, but...
Of course.
There's a tracker on me. Wow, thanks, Dai. I've hidden a tracker on me. My people will be here to rescue me soon enough.
Do you know roughly how long?
They should
From
be
now?
here already. It's a matter of time.
How do you believe they would react to an alien craft? My ship would be in orbit still.
It depends on how hostile they are.
We would treat with them diplomatically, if nothing else to determine their intentions.
Yeah, but Commander Dai in her mouth sometimes can get her into trouble.
The captain is an able diplomat. He's seen his way through tougher situations than this.
That's
Let's
fair.
just say if whoever the commander of this ship is that's come to rescue me, if they're being held back by your captain, they will respond in force.
Well, it's entirely possible my captain is going to assist yours. It's just a matter of how they deal with their unique situation.
We in our space, Commander?
Yes, this is Federation claimed space. I hope your commander is clever enough to bring along some bona fides to prove his just cause in saving your lordship.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty enough. These so-called terrorists, their rap sheet is a mile long.
You know, I don't think I'd like to just take your word on it. Mind. I'm going
The
to try
Zulath are
and get a...
terrorists. They're a blight upon this galaxy.
But see, I have a way of seeing into people. I can gauge their intentions.
She's a great judge of character. It's a gift.
Kind of am.
And so is my ex-girlfriend.
If she dated you, she doesn't have much taste. And yes, Sonadel does say that out loud.
As you say that, you hear the sound of footsteps as two guards enter the room. And Turan kind of looks to you, Commander, and kind of looks to the guards. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes?
Was that Zulath? Was what he said, or did he call the
Yeah.
people on the planet? Okay. Zulath and Zulath.
The two guards look at you, Commander Roman, is like, they point their weapons, and then he goes, "Don't try anything," and then they lower the force field and they hold binders out. Come with us.
Wonderful. He steps
Oh,
forward.
I thought it was my turn. Okay. Sonadel just kind of looks downtrodden. Falsely, but... she figures she's gonna die anyway. Might as well get a kick out of it before she gets...
It's only
Anyway.
the commander's cell that's doors being open. And the two guards that's like, "Come with us." The doctor wishes to see you.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
I imagine the
I'm
burn marks will be an issue. Sorry.
I'm gonna, switch the Discord server real quick. Alright,
Green bars
that
for
better?
days.
Yeah, there we go.
alright.
Hey.
Everyone's kind of cutting out a little bit, so. Alright, yes. Two guards point at you, Commander, and they ask you to accompany them.
By all means, I would like to have more medical care. I seem to have a burn mark on the left side of my face.
You misunderstand. The doctor, the one who found this place. Our leader.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry.
And they kind of motion.
Yeah, I follow after them. I let myself be bound. And since they have binder, it's like binder cuffs, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I stick my hands out. I don't really do anything to earn their rifle butts at the moment. I try not to anyway.
So, you're escorted. You go down the same corridor that you went down earlier. You don't hear the children playing anymore, as you did earlier. And that was, about 10 or 15 minutes ago. And as come to, you see, you're escorted, and then as you're going to an area where you thought you were at before, you take another corridor, and as you enter, you see this big, massive room, and consoles, and then kind of, it's like a circular type dome that then kind of dips in a little bit, and in the center you just see this big holographic display of the surrounding system, well, the entire system. And it's kind of zoomed in with the gas giant and the moon and 2 vessels currently in orbit of it. And Solara goes, Commander.
Doctor.
The one title that I am proud of.
May I ask what your doctorate is in? Are you a medical doctor?
I'm not that kind of doctor, Commander.
Neither am I.
Theoretical physics. More the science type.
In other circumstances, we would get along great. At the moment, I'm at your mercy, so... He shrugs. So to what do I owe the pleasure? Has teaching the children about the wonders of this planet gone out of session, or...?
No, Commander, there's
Nice.
only a small few of us left alive. Only tens of thousands. The children were merely on their recess. However, this area is about to become a battlefield. So we've placed them in more safer locations for the time being.
A wise precaution.
Unfortunately, I cannot take a chance with the Kulathians. They are a murderous race, and they wish to see my people disappear from this galaxy. And I cannot allow that to happen under any circumstances.
Then seek the aid of the Federation. We'll do all in our power to help you in the bounds of law and refugee status. Or you can
Tell
take them
me,
on your
Commander,
own.
Are all your ships like the one you serve on? Is that your weakest ship, or is that your strongest that you have to offer?
It is one of many ships across Starfleet.
But you see, this battle cruiser that is in orbit, that is just a mere dime in a fleet of thousands. Your ship stands no chance if you were to engage them.
You underestimate the determination of a Starfleet officer, Doctor. Starfleet has faced many claims to great power before, so-called gods even, and we've come away better for it. It is thought and strong will that gets one through most things. And an education, but that is something I believe you can understand.
Indeed. For now, though, this is the safest place for you and your officer. Their beam weapons can't penetrate to the surface of this planet. However, as much as your words are kind, I cannot let my people, I just can't take that chance. I cannot allow my people to suffer and die at the tyranny of the hands of the Kulathians.
And how does holding myself and my officer prevent that? How does antagonizing yet another species assist you in your quest for safety? Aren't you just simply inviting more enemies?
I am not. That's why I'm going to let you and your officer go. They'll be
Oh.
escorted back to your shuttlecraft. But I warn you, Commander,
Hmm.
I am about to unleash the planetary defenses of this world. We
Exactly
cannot
how far away
see-
should... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You can use that as cover to get out of here. But I ask you to take that other one with you. I was hoping to use him as leverage, but it appears that they are just merely following him.
Very well. I believe I can, assuming he is willing, I don't mind bringing him along. And I will ask you in the spirit of the Federation, do you wish to ask the Federation's help, or do you wish to deal with this on your own?
I'm going to ask for no assistance from you. In a short time, you'll never know we were even here. I suggest you hurry. You have less than an hour.
I hold up my
this guy-
my bound wrists and wiggle my fingers. A little help.
Your friend will be escorted to the mouth of the cave as well. Your binders will be removed then.
I suppose.
Oh, Commander,
Yeah.
I do wish this was under better circumstances.
We have not made one full cycle of the star just yet. Time will tell. If this is a good day or a bad day for us.
Keep in mind, Commander, I do plan to unleash the planetary defense systems. I cannot guarantee your safety once you leave this planet.
Doctor, if I wanted a life of safety, I'd never leave my homeworld. But the warning is much appreciated.
She just nods and motions the guards to escort you out.
I don't mind hurrying if you gentlemen don't. As I try to pick up the pace a little bit.
All right. Back to the ship.
Right.
Believe you're about ready to head down to the planet.
Yes. Doctor, you have the anti-pheromone injections?
Yes, of course, Captain.
Dia, you're our pilot.
She will pilot. She will pilot the crud out of that.
I like the amount of assurity you had in that.
Come on, you gotta say it like you're in Dead. We got
Yeah, okay,
this.
so-
We got this.
Daring Con,
This
right?
is gonna, yes, this is gonna be a daring plus con by the shuttles. Engines plus con, difficulty 1, complication range is 2.
Difficulty 1, complication range is 2. Oh, shoot. Okay. Assisted by the ship. I will roll my roll. The ship's got this.
The ship does not have it.
Well, there's no
Um,
assist from the ship, so.
Oh, that's
no
right, because you rolled
complication,
zeros, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
because you had to at least have 1.
I
Yeah.
stare at the controls. Is that what happens? I stare at the controls and
No.
freeze up?
No, that does not what happened.
So much for my 15 there.
Yeah. Okay.
Can Haggard try and take control?
Can I burn a
Is this,
determination?
Oops.
You can burn a
Yes.
determination to re-roll, but on what value?
For the captain? Not on my shift? How about that one?
I will allow that.
Dauntless. Get a little scared at first. Okay. Which one? Not on my shift or for the captain?
For the captain.
Okay, cool. Oh my god. What is happening
No,
here?
I'm taking the original roll of the ship. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. System complications.
I'm getting my captain killed.
Well, I am taking the one complication as threat. The complication is, though, the ship, as you're moving through because there's a lot of chaos, and there is sort of a kind of dense asteroid-like debris field that you're flying through.
Hmm.
Ooh. The shuttle takes 4 damage. So it's resistance 1, so 3.
Just pretty much
It's not
eats
enough
up our
for a
shields.
breach. Yeah. How much shields are on there?
7? Is that right?
Oh.
What is it? Scale plus security?
No. It's a little bit different for shuttles. Yeah, there should be just 7 on there.
Yeah, there's 7.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's 3. Okay.
So, but the shuttle does take some minor damage to it, but there is an increased complication, +1 difficulty to land the shuttle, since one of the engines got hit, or nicked a little bit.
Excuse me.
So is it a 3 difficulty completely to land? Or is it 2?
It's difficulty 2.
Okay.
To
Does the
land.
complication go back down now that we're out of the debris field or whatever? The asteroids. Or is it still 2?
I'm gonna spend 2 threat to make it 2.
Cool.
Can Haggard assist from the right-hand chair?
No, not really. That's why you have the shuttle.
Oh, okay.
I just figured he could do co-piloty stuff.
I mean, you could do essentially chart hazard, which is a reason con difficulty 3. This is by the ship's sensors con.
Difficulty 3 is my reason's only 7, so that's not really going to help us. I was hoping if a daring con I'd be better at.
I'll use the Dauntless one. That was the one that I used. She looks very fearless, and she attempts to compensate for everything, and she's going to land the ship. Here we go.
Just needed a. So, it was difficulty 2. You come in a little hot. The issue is because of the current planetary shield, it's blinding your sensors as you enter the mesosphere. As you come in, you're suddenly greeted by lots of tree cover. And the ship scutters through the tree line. Ouch.
Ooh. That's a breach.
This is a nightmare.
That is a breach.
That takes our shields down.
Oh, that's a second breach then. Engines? No, you're not all dead.
Engines of structure.
Yeah. Ooh, I gotta roll challenge dice because of structure. There's what, 3 of you in the shuttle? Captain,
Yeah.
I, and the doctor.
That is correct.
This is the mission where my character loses all our confidence. First, the
Well, real
first
quick,
part,
I
she
gotta roll.
lost.
And okay, so one of you is getting hit by a lethal injury from the crash. That'd be the doctor.
Oh, good.
Farewell, farewell, so
So-
long. I'll be there. Good night.
Doctor, as the shuttle comes in landing. The shuttle comes in landing hard. One of the side panels explode and hits you. This is technically a lethal injury.
Okay.
You take 5 stress. You are currently knocked out. Unless
Okay.
you wish to
as it-
spend, you can give me You can give me threat, because you currently do not have momentum, or you can spend your determination.
I'll spend my determination,
Okay.
but I still take
So
the
just so you
5
know,
injury.
you still have the 5 stress. You avoid the injury, you're still up, but you still have the injury, but you're able to
Okay.
stay up. Okay.
I thought you said you could fly the ship.
Now, the conditions were less than ideal, Doctor, and after all, any landing that we can walk away from, you
I'm not sure I can walk yet.
Yeah, lean on
Um,
me.
Die, and Captain, you both noticed that the doctor is severely wounded. He's got sort of a lot of his uniform is slightly torn and bloody.
But he doesn't appear to be in any danger of bleeding out or anything. Doctor, are you stable?
Would I be stable, or would I have to roll a roll on myself to see exactly
Well,
what my
someone will have
injuries
to
are?
roll. Well, you are hurting. I mean, you're still up. You are definitely hurting.
So he needs a first aid roll, is what you're saying.
Right.
He would need one, yes, is what he
Okay.
would
Can
need.
he
And
do it himself, or does
no,
someone else?
one of you will have to do it. He cannot do it himself.
Okay, so I am going to spend my determination on 750 people depend on me, because he is one of those 750 people. To make a daring medicine at difficulty.
It's difficulty
One?
2, because
Difficulty two?
it's 1 plus the injury, so it's difficulty 2.
Okay, so to go ahead and get the perfect opportunity, so I've already got the 2, and then I'll roll my daring.
The doctor
medicine.
can assist with control plus medicine to kind of talk you through it.
Okay, tell me what hypos to use and whatnot. Here goes nothing. So 4 total.
You get 2 momentum.
Yeah, just move it slightly. Yeah.
There we are. Better?
Yeah, I
You're
feel a
not
little
at risk
less lightheaded.
of. Yeah, sorry. You're not at risk of dying. All right. So you can take another injury. However, you're still down 5 stress.
I should be able to be. I'll be fine.
Can I attempt to treat him, or can somebody attempt to treat him?
He would have to be treated on the Argo. You have to be
Okay.
on the ship to do that.
All right, let's find our people and get back to the ship. How close are we to the other shuttle?
You know what? I'm gonna spend some thread here.
It comes them. The ants are going to overturn our vessel.
You're actually quite far away. You overshot the shuttle, the other one, by about 2 clicks.
Looks like we're in for a hike, gentlemen. No, sorry. Crew. Phasers out, heavy stun. And I flip open, as we start walking, I flip open my communicator. Haggard to Wolfgang, come in.
Get no response.
Haggard to Sonadel, please respond.
Same thing.
Doctor, can you scan for human life signs? Still hiking towards the shuttle.
Yes, of course, Captain. What would that be?
It's going to be a reason plus science, difficulty 2.
Got it.
Doctor, you notice that, as before, the jungle that you're in is teeming with life. But you do point out, you do notice, about 7 clicks from your location, there are sorry, okay, 6 humanoid life signs.
7 clicks from here over that ridge, there's 6 life signs, Captain.
All right, let's make an intercept. Keep your eyes open.
We will make haste.
Okay, you're heading that way. So I'll come back to you. I'm gonna go back to them, or to the commander, Sondale. So, Commander Sondale, you have 3 guards escorting you out of the mouth of the cave with your other annoying compatriot. Who's the two of them kind of like turn around. They go turn around and extend your arms to the both of you. As you turn around, they undo your binders and they just let them fall to the ground. And they hand you both. They hand you both your weapons back. And your communicator, and it says, "I hope we don't have to need for further violence."
I hope for the same thing. Do you know which way it is to our shuttle?
And he just kind of points. It's 5 clicks that way.
Any tips about the ants? The
Don't
critters,
get eaten?
Don't get eaten. I couldn't borrow one of those rifles from you, could I?
No.
Very well. Your lordship, Lieutenant. Time to go for a rather rapid hike.
Just so you know, they don't undo the bindings from the other guy, the other prisoner.
I don't bring it up.
I don't. Yeah, Sonadel doesn't either. She just grabs him by the manacles and just drags him double times it down the trail, dragging him by his bindings.
All right. As you guys head down the trail, you start noticing as you kind of come to a clearing, you see, and this is for both parties, you see large structures extend from the forest floor, and they look like sort of essentially large-scale weapons, or essentially cannons, and they point up and they begin firing.
Oh boy. Commander, we
Let's
should
pick
go.
up the pace, people.
We should go, Commander.
That is indeed what our feet are doing, Lieutenant.
Oh,
Alright,
really?
I need-
Tell them that.
So this is your favorite time. I need all of you to make fitness plus security difficulty 1. checks.
Oh, jeez.
You
Oh,
guys are also
jeez.
at 2 momentum, by the way.
Nice.
Or 2 momentum.
Yep.
How much threat does he have right now?
Don't know. He never lets us know.
I'll take a momentum for a third die. My fitness is not great. See? Hey, I made it, but no whammies.
I'll take a momentum for a third die to get us more momentum back.
You get the
Oh,
momentum
that was
back.
mine. I should change the name back to Sonadel.
I'll take a third die. Here's the third die. Here we go. Sweet.
There we go.
So you're at
Run
4
into the
momentum.
jungle.
I need one from the doctor. Hmm.
Ouch.
He is injured.
It's true.
He is injured.
Lollygagger.
Oh, he failed. So, doctor, as you are hustling, you trip over a branch and you fall down into a gully. Take 1 stress damage.
This is
Okay.
no Doctor's Day.
Now let's help him back up, Dasha.
1 momentum.
I will get down in that gully to go get him back if I can, as long as, like, you know. Can I go down there to get him?
Yeah, I'm waiting on Wolfgang to roll. Hey, okay, 3 momentum, so you're capped.
Sweet.
We're probably gonna need it.
I've never seen this before.
Can I possibly spend 2 of that momentum toward creating an advantage that we're between me and Sonadil, since we both are keeping up, that we're able to kind of haul him along and make sure he doesn't go spiraling off somewhere?
Sure.
Just so you're aware, Commander, you can totally write her up for being unprofessional because she gives no damns about his lordship. She's just dragging him along.
You notice he isn't complaining or telling you off at the moment? It's almost like he has other priorities at the moment. Like the, oh my god, cannons firing into the air.
He's looking at it as you're helping him, like, kind of dragging him along, and he's like looking like, it's not good. I didn't think that they had this.
Desperate people find desperate ways to deal with desperate situations, so let's get as far away from these desperate people as possible, your lordship. Mind the branch that will take your leg off, and don't go that way, there's probably ants who will eat you. This way, please.
Of course.
Kalen was so quiet I forgot he was here.
Yeah, he hasn't said a word.
I will go down there and grab up the doctor as quickly as possible. Do I have to do a roll, or do I just do it?
Real quick, as you guys are heading, we're gonna go back to the ship.
I don't even know if he's on. He's not even in roll 20. I think.
Well, he's not there. All right, who has the bridge essentially?
I'd left Chitre because he was the highest ranking. I think he's at least Lieutenant JG.
All right.
Yes, he is. God.
So, T-Tray, you notice there is a lot of essentially projectiles being thrown from the surface of the planet. And they're heading straight for you.
Evasive action, get us away from this planet.
Yes, Lieutenant. And Haran does that.
That's another crew support. I believe you're at 4.
Yep.
Well, it's a new scene, isn't it?
see, Chitre, Kumalo, Haran's
And
just made a roll, so that's 3.
But yes.
Yep, 3.
So
So you're
3.
fine.
Good.
I'm not really worried about it anyway.
I am. I don't know.
So, you're gonna do, I guess, an evasive pattern. So this is a difficulty 1. It's gonna be daring plus con, difficulty 2, complication range 2, because of all the stuff around the planet. Assisted by the ship's engines plus con, and because of the fire from the planet's surface, I want to make it a difficulty 3.
Okay. Spending 3 momentum, 4 dice,
3,
and
3,
hope for the best.
2, and 3.
Now we're just waiting, because that's how my computer be.
You do get a momentum. I need the ship's
Okay.
engines plus con. It does
Heard.
use 1 power.
All right. Brings us down to 13.
I'm just waiting before I spend the momentum, see if we get more. Nope. Dang it. Okay, well, I still have to spend that to get rid of the complication so we don't all die up here.
Yeah.
All right, Haran, as you notice as you're piloting the Argo to a safer location, you notice that these projectiles act more like shotgun shells as they explode and just scattered everywhere.
Oh. That was...
It was close.
She gets a kick out of this.
And Samira, do we have contact with the captain?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't get through. Whatever sort of shield they're using, it's blocking all energy-based transmissions, even subspace. It's like they're not even there.
Obviously, they're there. They're shooting at us.
Ensign Haran, how far away do we need to be out of range of that planet's scattering attacks? Can we stay in system?
We should. It would definitely make weaving in and out of it a lot easier.
All right, Ensign. I get the feeling the planet end is being either... Wait, is the planet shooting at just us? Or is it shooting at them as well?
That's going to be a roll.
Why'd I put it all the way over there?
I could
Really
get
took
about
control.
50. I could get about 50,000 kilometers. We should be fine.
So, reason plus science, this is by the ship's sensors plus science, difficulty 0. That's factoring in your advanced sensors.
Sensor op.
Yeah.
Focus. Yeah. I'll just roll flat. There's 1.
Sensors plus science from the ship.
Ship sensors science. Yes.
Get 2 momentum.
Yeah. That's strange. They just seem to be firing at anything that happens to be near them. Why would they do that? Mira, hail the alien ships. Let's see if they know anything.
Sir, they have cut all communications.
With Studious, actually, I'm wondering if Chitre could have figured out if the attack was just at anything in orbit, or if they were actually focusing on the 2 ships in orbit.
It's anything in orbit.
Okay, so the whole planet basically just had a ton of pellets just fire off. There goes my probe. Ensign Haran, is there any way we can... How close... Could we get within the atmosphere below the shield and possibly beam up the away team? Can the Argo do it?
That's nice. Good thinking.
They went AFK, so you're gonna have to repeat that.
Ah. Well, I was saying, Ensign, I know it's somewhat insane, but how close to the planet could we get the Argo? Could we get it below the shield and be able to beam up our away team?
In theory,
I would begin those calculations now. I get the feeling this is not the friendliest place to be.
okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and start doing that now. Okay. And she's like looking over Sonadell's console, like, okay. How is her settings working?
All right, so it's gonna be probably a 2-part move. So you're gonna go in. So essentially, the planet surface, if you haven't guessed, they're essentially firing flak into
Right.
Mhm. Shotgun. Yeah.
So, yeah. You're gonna have to essentially fly through the flak. That's going to be a daring plus con, difficulty 3, complication range is 2. Suspend the ship's engines plus con, and that will get you into close to the atmosphere. And then there'll be another task, but I'm gonna switch back to the planet before you do that.
Sure. Okay. And just in case I need the momentum, I will give you 3 threat this time. To get a complication. Nice. Just waiting for them to show up.
And essentially, as you're going to get closer to the planet, or sorry, the
People
moon,
keep messing with the sheet.
it's going to get thicker, the flak, and become more difficult.
I'm gonna need somebody else to roll it because somebody keeps messing with the sheet. And now, oh, there it goes. Never mind. I got it. I was like, nobody. I can't.
Just need
Wing
engines.
with the sheet.
Got it.
You're on it? Okay.
Engine's gone.
Yep.
No joy. But no whammy.
1 momentum.
Huzzah.
All right, and then Haran, you managed to get the Argo closer towards the planet, or well, moon, and we're gonna go back to the surface.
Yeah.
I need everyone on the surface as you're doing your lovely country mile to make a fitness security difficulty 1.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you probably have the best chance out of everybody.
I'll use the momentum.
You rolled mine. Normal.
You used the momentum, sorry.
I use 1 momentum.
And then we gained 1 from that person. We gained
2 from
You have
that.
5 momentum.
Haggard will take a momentum for 3rd die. Zonin made it.
Oh. My control and my fitness are the same anyway, they're both 9. Unless you want me to roll again.
Oof.
No, that's...
Haggard got a second wind.
You're at max.
I'm going to spend 1 for an extra die. Well, because that's an immediate. That float's going to go away by the time my roll kicks in.
Yeah.
Bang.
Nice.
Get the momentum back.
And can I do the same thing? Spend 1 of the floating, and then 1 back, and then
There's no floating.
Oh, I thought there was. Okay. 2
Oh, sorry.
then.
Yeah, there's no floating. Alright.
Keep dragging his royal pain.
Okay. Yes, you can spend 2 to help his lordship.
I don't trust his rolls.
Really? Do I really have to call him that, Commander? Really? I just can't. As he's running.
Remind me to give you remedial diplomacy lessons when we get back to the ship.
If we make it back, I will
Positive
remind
thinking, Lieutenant.
Yep,
Trying
keep
to
trucking
keep
it towards the
that-
shuttle.
Yeah. I'm assuming. Yeah. So the other group. So Captain, Daya, and Doctor, you do pass the other shuttle. And you guys meet halfway.
Commander, Lieutenant, are you okay?
I feel like a spring break in Central America, but
Can you fly, Sonadel?
probably better than I did earlier. Oh.
And let's get back up to the ship. Between the flak coming down and the flak going up, and whatever the Kuloth are going to send down, we don't want to be caught in between.
Commander,
Who's this
you
gentleman?
Often this. So, in the distance in the clouds, you start seeing these triangular. I want to say, sorry. You start seeing fiery streaks in the sky.
The Kuloth invasion force, no doubt. I say we make ourselves scarce, people.
Can I, as Sonadel, look up and tell if it's the Argo or not?
Okay, that's metagaming.
Kill it?
No,
That's
you don't
true.
see the Argo yet.
That's next action.
That's fair.
That's when it pulls up.
So as you guys start heading to the shuttle, I need all of you to make another fitness plus security check for me.
Fair enough.
I'll take another momentum and do it again.
Yeah,
Boom.
nice.
I'm just waiting for mine.
Zonin makes it. Haggard will take a momentum. Sonadel made it. Oof. Let me buy off that complication with a couple momentum.
I see 4 gained. We're at 4. You went down to 2, so you're at 6. Should be at 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So two go away. You said we were at 4?
You're at 4.
Oh.
And
that
spend
case.
2 more and get rid of that, yeah.
And 2 more to make sure his lordship comes along.
Alright, you're
Momentum
out of
just never
momentum.
lasts.
You see the shuttle up ahead. And so you tune back to the Argo. Ron, you're about to enter the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yep, let's do this.
So this is going to be a difficulty 4, complication range. Oh, what the hell? Is 4.
Okay.
Daring plus security, daring plus con. This is by the ship's engines plus con. Difficulty 4, complication range 4.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm just waiting for the page to load. Sorry. All right. Come on.
Yeah, you can give Haran something if you want. This is her second activation this time.
A determination.
You have to
Maybe.
write her a value.
Sometimes there are no second chances.
Yeah. No kidding.
How about that one for a value? That work?
Sure.
Makes sense to me.
So
Oh,
if
God.
I will use that one if I can for the determination. And you said 4 and 4, right?
Yep.
I'm rolling 3 dice, so
It's crazy
Threat.
hard.
You'll probably have to spend some threat to cover the rest of the distance. I mean, the ship's helping, I imagine, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on the ship for nothing.
Yeah. It's not been rolling good, Engines Con.
I clicked the button. Now we're just waiting because roll 20 is hating me.
Oh, it really is hating you.
Oh.
Oh.
Shouldn't have said that.
Okay, well that's 3 though,
Roll
because
ship.
yeah.
Roll ship.
Okay.
5.
Yes, the Argo comes through in a pinch.
Alright, you do get a momentum out of that, but there's 2 complications sitting on the table here. So,
Yeah.
with the current flight in the atmosphere, the Argo definitely has to get pretty low enough. Sensors are blind because of the way the shield works. As it passes through the mesosphere, it is struck by one of the drop pods.
Ouchie face.
We have resistance, yay.
It's fair.
So you get 1
And lucky.
shield taken away. And then it takes 2 volleys of the flak as it was coming in.
Yep. Starts. Oh, maybe not. And maybe not.
Nothing.
There's another shield, and then so 4 shields more.
Those are different attacks, aren't they, though?
They're different attacks, but I'm going to re-roll 3 of the dice on 1, and then... The other one, I'm going to do piercing, though, on the 1 flak. So piercing 4, so you take 2 shield.
Okay.
So in order to do the beam out, this is going to be control plus engineering. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering. It'd be difficult. You're beaming to a pad.
Beaming to a pad, yeah. Make life easier.
So we should
not
activate.
from a pad, so it's base 3. It's going to go drop down to 2. But because of all the shenanigans going on, let's make it difficulty 3, complication range is 2.
Shall we activate Anders, or is Calum actually here?
I don't think he's here.
Okay. Okay, so that's control engineering, difficulty 3, complication range 2. Does have a focus in transporters.
Has a value.
He does. So yeah, I think let's go ahead and spend my crew as my family. Get rid of that misspelling there. That's going to bother me. So that'll give him 2 out of the 3 he needs, and then he has cautious engineering, so I'm going to spend that momentum for a 3rd die.
You'll have to give threat as well because you're using determination.
Oh yeah, so I'll give
What was the value?
my crew is my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sensors engineering.
Sensors engineering. Bang.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anders coming through again.
4 momentum. On the surface, the 5 of you hear a whine as you're kind of jogging, you hear this whine, and you can start feeling the effects of the transporter. As you look up, you see the Argo swooping overhead, just barely missing the tree line, and you feel this rush of wind and sound of like a sonic boom.
That is awesome. That really is.
So
Oh,
you're
and
just
Sonadel just you maniac. Anyway, that's it.
Captain says, looks like you may have some competition, Sonadel.
There, Commander Wolfgang, even though you have your intel, you feel the effects of the transporter, and you notice that you're getting ready to start to disappear, but the person you had in tow is not. And you do see what looks like in the brushes coming out several antlings.
From what I know of transporters, do I think that I can pull him tight to me to force them to focus on both our signals?
If you spend 2 momentum,
I will.
I'll allow that.
Going for a ride. Come here.
And the 6 of you are transported to the Argo as it's flying through the atmosphere of the planet.
I will not waste time and make my way to the bridge as quickly as possible.
At a run.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of give out a smile to the captain if we're running side by side. As in, this is exciting. This is fast ships and
Strange New World.
other things.
And flak.
Is anybody else injured?
Just an intense burn, Mark.
Couple of scars and maybe but right now getting out of here is more important.
Okay.
She goes,
Let's go to the
nice
bridge.
flying, Huron, but move please. And Huron moves.
Take us up, Sanadel. Watch the flak.
Yes, sir.
Somebody have our prisoner in tow. Or what's his
What
face?
did you do with the prisoner?
I'll
I don't think the commander said he was coming back. He just kind of popped up.
take that back, actually. I'll just say quickly to the captain, because we're about to veer off in different directions on the way to the bridge. VIP, and I just veer off with the guy in tow. And take him to to some quarters aboard ship. And try to find a comm panel when I get him inside the room.
He's a terrorist and he jihads us. Blows up the ship as a distraction.
Cool off.
So, okay, as the Argo starts peeling up towards the atmosphere, you notice that the guns have gone silent. Give me though a daring con, Sondel, difficulty 3. Complication range is 1.
Okay.
This is by the ship's engines plus con to maneuver back up to the atmosphere, back up to into orbit.
Okay. Take a threat.
Use the momentum.
I have bold. Ah, I live the bold life. Deal with it.
We do every game.
See all that running through the forest, those fitness checks? That was cautious there. That's the best.
Or just
You do
waiting for the
you, man.
roll.
You do you.
Been 3
Yep.
dice. Why is that only 2 dice?
Do need the ship though. Roll one more dice.
I
Is
am.
that engine's con?
Yes.
No help.
But he was supposed to roll 3 dice, and that's 2. So-
Yeah, he
Rolling
needs
the
to
other
roll
one.
one more.
And I've clicked the button. But Roll20 hates me.
Big bucks, no whammers. Don't say that.
It's true, though.
It loves
It
you,
adores
though.
you.
Watch. See?
Ooh, it does
Oh, he
love you.
rerolled all
Okay,
3.
I'm taking the first one. So
Okay.
That's
you just
fine,
make
that's
it.
fair.
You just make it as the ship pulls up in the atmosphere. You see hundreds of essentially that look like these drop pods being sent towards the planet's surface, and
Yeah, Sonadella's were at, well, we'll turn around and... No, she won't. Never mind. Ignore me. I'll leave it up to the commander.
still 2 momentum.
Captain, the moon has disappeared from sensors. I can't see it anymore. I'm beginning to
Sonadel
suspect-
Haran, keep us well clear of its orbital path, just in case it's some sort of incredibly powerful cloaking device.
Yes, sir.
Damage report, Ensign Mira. Everything's fine, Captain. Okay.
Real quick. So I don't have sound effects for this. Damn it. I don't.
I do seem to have a
Alright,
torn
Sonadel.
tunic if that affects you.
Oh,
Sondel,
no.
warning lights start engaging on your console, and you can start seeing that the Argo is being pulled back towards where the moon was at.
Oh, boy. We're in trouble, Captain.
Report.
Get
Advise
sucked
we,
back in.
advise we leave the system, Captain.
Are we in some sort of tractor beam, Sonadel?
More like gravitational pull, sir.
That would be a reason plus science difficulty 1. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus science, so I guess that drops it to 0.
Could we use an advantage and go with the momentum of the pull and then slingshot around the planet?
Slingshots
travel again.
solve everything.
Okay, so who's going to do the difficulty 0 science roll?
I'll take the reason science. Chitre
Okay.
can do this pretty well.
Okay.
Astrophysics or sensor ops?
Sensor ops actually both kind of apply, but
Yeah. Bang.
Bang. So 3
3
momentum.
momentum.
Determining now, Captain.
Sorry.
The computer is apologizing. I don't understand.
It's a new AI upgrade.
Mysteriously, Sonadel dies.
I could do it. We got momentum, so I could do this. Leans over her console and is laying there.
It's not my fault. I was right.
Dia comes over, just pushes her off of her seat, and sits down in the chair. Got it, sir.
Captain, it appears some sort of a gravity well has formed where the moon once was. It does appear we can warp safely without too much shear.
All right, get us out of its influence, Sonadel.
Sir. And she does. She hits the buttons to go to warp.
It's a
All
lever.
right, so this is gonna be a check though. This is gonna be daring plus con, assist by the ship's engines plus con, difficulty 3, complication range is 2.
Keep us in the system, though. I want to talk to the Kuloth. We may have someone they've been looking for.
This also does uses 1 power of the ship, so I need to know how much
Right.
power you're wanting to use.
We are okay. We got 13 you can burn. Well,
Well, more-
no, that's if we're completely warping out of the system, which we're not. So
Does more power help us?
Potentially.
Theoretically,
Perhaps step it up to
Just-
2 power?
So,
Let's see.
so you're essentially using your warp to escape the functions of the gravity wave. So right now, you're inside the well, so you have to go so many range increments.
Yeah, it's a
to
power
so
escape.
faster
requirement.
the better.
equal to the number of zones that we can move. So if we want to move,
Right.
say, long range from the moon, we'd need to do, what, 3?
It's 4. No, it's
4?
3. Yeah, 3 for long, and then 4 for extreme.
Okay. We're at 13.
So spend 5 to be safe, and then I will do the roll. Maybe, yeah.
So 4 would be extreme. Is that what we want to do?
Sure.
Okay, so that'll take us down to 9.
give
Any
me-
of my values work?
Yes.
New
gonna
worlds
use a
or
value?
no, not for her.
That's right.
We burn fast ship, strange new worlds, but I don't believe in a red line because I'm trying to fly out of a gravity well.
Yeah.
Probably gonna happen.
That'll work.
So 2 auto successes and a momentum and a threat, so I can use bold, and nobody gets super angry at me.
It's more of a tease, man. You do you.
And I'm going to re-roll that complication because I spent the momentum or the threat.
Cool. And
So
engines
that
con.
is
Yes, engines con.
6 so far. 7.
You're at max momentum. And the Argo jumps safely away. Well, warps safely away from the gravity well.
Commander von Wartburg, could you escort our guest to the bridge?
Wolfgang to bridge. Advise we speak with the VIP in a secure location. He has not been shown our proper protocols, sir.
Very well. My ready room, then? Anything he could learn from my bust of Athena and my books could only be to his betterment.
I was perhaps thinking conference room 2 near the security department to ensure his safety.
Very well, number 1. I'll meet you down there.
Captain, gravity well is coming at us. There's a wave.
Now, okay, so I'll explain that because I had typed in easily. The gravity well has kind of collapsed, and then sort of think of like a essentially it's creating a backlash wave that's going out and hitting all objects. So
So
like
like
we
if
have
you
like a
threw
vortex coming in,
right.
and then the vortex collapses in on itself, and then pushes everything out. That's what's
Right.
happening.
Okay. So we basically like somebody's dropped a pebble in a pond and the waves are moving towards us.
Yeah.
All right, Sonadel, surf those waves.
Yes, sir.
Well, no, you're actually going to get hit by this because it's coming in quick.
Yep.
Okay. All power to forward shields. Turn her into the wave.
Yee. Now we're gonna slowly Titanic this thing around.
So 8.
That's a
Minus
breach.
resistance, so 3.
Oh,
Oh, yay!
Yeah, it's not a breach.
okay.
Resistance take away. So
So we how much shields do we use? 5. We lose 5 shields.
3.
3
3
shields.
shields.
Okay. Yeah.
Resistance soaks the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
See, like the consoles flicker. There's some sparks that happen.
They had to get their pyrotechnic budget in. It's the whole thing.
That's right. Damn it! I thought I had Martel install circuit breakers.
That's what popped, sir. They're very energetic.
Damage
Sea
report.
change, you lose a momentum.
Our precious momentum. Momentum thief.
So yes, let's go have this interview with his lordship.
On your way out,
Mhm.
the doctor would ask if Sanadal is needed because he would have took her down to the med bay if she's not, to get her injuries done on his own.
Well, I mean, Sonadel, you go down to sick bay and get yourself taken care of. And doctor, heal thyself while you're at it.
Of course, Captain.
Yes, sir. Lily gets up off her chair, and then mind thing tells Daya, if you ever meet your lordship, he's kind of a cocky prick, and then just walks off. Yeah.
Wait, lordship? She says she goes to follow.
Yeah. She says out loud. Yeah. The guy that was with us, he's
That's all I have to say about that. He's what?
You're gonna find
he's
out.
kinda
You've
full
just
of
been called to.
himself.
Okay, she'll go. She'll go.
Yeah. I was basically trying to warn her against his emotional state. He's gotten a taste of. So she's just like, he's kind of full of himself. Be prepared for that.
Is he a betazoid? Is that the guy a betazoid?
Not.
I don't think Sonda will know the answer to that.
Okay.
Oh, I wouldn't, would I?
Well, I don't know.
Eh.
I mean, is he...
I don't know. He couldn't, at least from what I could tell, he couldn't tell I was reading him, so I don't know.
Are they saying this out loud?
Sonadel is.
Wait. So she... Okay, so you broke up a little bit. So is he a betazoid or no?
She doesn't know. She
Okay,
doesn't know.
so she's all my excellency. What? She's all...
I don't know. It's one of the many titles he apparently has been granted.
My one question is why do you think that he had to be a betazoid to be a prick?
Truthfully, I found the Deltons to be more so, she says, than my race. She says, well, I guess we'll find out when we question him.
That's fair. That's fair. My people are kind of pricks.
But don't hold me to the same standards, she says, of all other betazoids. I mean, I left the planet, remember? She says, I wanted to get away from that life. I'll be damned if I'm set up,
No,
she says, with somebody.
Because she doesn't hold any rings of Beta's head.
I mean, I don't blame her. I wouldn't either.
But I say that only out of honesty, she says, because my house is the first house, the house of honesty, she says.
No. Hey, you know, I didn't even grow up anywhere near my home planet, so you don't have to explain it to me. Yes, this rib, it hurts.
I mean, it's not that he wasn't attractive. She steps the door to get out of the lift when it gets to where she needs to go. I mean, he was attractive, she says, but I couldn't be paired off with someone like that.
Okay, for the next team meeting, I'll have tea and biscuits. Can we now proceed to medical to get you fixed?
Yes, doctor.
All right. Meanwhile, in conference room 4, or the conference room on deck 4.
Alright, so we'll cut to, I guess, sickbay real quick.
Is NS there?
Yeah, he's there. He's been monitoring POS since the incident. It wasn't that long ago.
Can you please take a seat, Miss Sanadal?
Yeah. And she lifts herself up on the bed, wincing as she does. She's like,
What will I need to roll?
Reason plus medicine, difficulty 0. Or actually, no, difficulty 1, sorry. To analyze, like, her condition.
Would xenobiology go into this or not?
Yes, xenobiology would apply. Two momentum gained. Sonadel has intense, essentially particle burns from some sort of particle weapon on her back. That has, in a way, kind of affected her nervous system a little bit. She'll have to undergo a series of treatments. Otherwise, if she does it, then it could lead to paralysis down the road.
It seems you're quite lucky. Hopefully we should be able to get this in time. You seem to have burnt most of your back with a particle weapon.
was that what hit me in the forest? Huh. Couldn't tell with the whole blacking out and all.
Yes. Unconsciousness does sometimes bring loss of memory. Don't be scared. What would be to start the procedure on her?
Control plus medicine, difficulty 2.
I'll take a momentum. Should I re-roll that one?
Nah, I think you're good. Oh,
No,
nope.
there's...
There you go. Now you got floaty momentum.
With the 2 extra floating... Is it 2 extra floating momentum or just the 1?
It's 1 floating.
Can I use 1 momentum to take advantage to make sure that she, like, to make it quicker for her rather than a lot of treatments, just make it the one so she can get back to her day?
Sure. However, there'll be a slight complication with that.
Okay.
Sure.
It won't be right away. She'll have to take it easy for at least the remainder of the day to kind of recover from the
Okay.
procedure. So yes, light duties.
All right. There you go. Light duties for the rest of the day, Miss Sonadal. Although sat in a chair flying a ship, I wouldn't exactly call heavy duties anyway.
You say that.
You've never
Right.
flown a ship, have you, Doctor?
Well, I've seen you press buttons.
It's okay. We got her around. She can fly this thing in the atmosphere. She can do anything. She's my new hero.
And now I'm going to have to ask my assistant to patch me up if he's not too busy with Lieutenant Junior Grade Pass.
No, you'd be doing me a favor, Doctor, getting this ugly nursemaid away from me for 15 minutes.
It's a pleasure working with you as well. Doctor?
Yes, it seems that I've injured myself as well.
Careful, I'm not sure he knows a vein from an artery.
I'm surprised he
So-
could tell your face from your tail.
Essentially, this
Your
is
game's
removing-
off, Sonadell. Take a nap.
I'm sorry, I had to once.
This is going to be control plus medicine, difficulty 1. You're essentially removing the, shrapnel that couldn't be removed from the wound, as well as, essentially making sure it's all closed up and cleaned properly. But yeah, control plus medicine, difficulty 1.
Surgery focus?
Yeah.
Doctor, would you mind explaining to me exactly how this hit you? Basically begging his assistance on this.
Yes, it seems to be they had a problem with the flight going in. Apparently, the security officer decided that trees were the best landing spots.
And because he doesn't want to get fired, he's going to spend one momentum.
Do you want my assist?
I think I'm fine.
You're back at max.
Good grief.
Good work, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor. Should heal
And
up
out.
nice and clean.
Well, hopefully. And as a reward, you get to sit with the lieutenant over here.
All the rewards never cease, Doctor.
Yes, one day you'll be able to do it to people as well with your good work.
One can only hope,
Just-
Doctor.
Just please remind her that an Andorian saved her life. It should really rouse her spirits. Can you make his way back if he's not needed to the station on the bridge?
While that's going on, you have a certain individual. I don't have a token for him, but he. I'm assuming you guys removed the binders from him by now, or.
I don't.
So he has his. He's sitting in the chair with it, and he's like, I appreciate you getting me out of there, but are these really necessary? Or am I
All
your
the-
prisoner now too?
Of course not, your lordship. It is merely for your safety.
My
This would
safety.
be. Oh, yes. This is Captain Haggard, your lordship, and this is the captain of the ship. And of course, this is our chief of security, Lieutenant Dae. Captain Lieutenant, this is his lordship, and Wolfgang would remember it, but the player forgot.
Turan.
Turan?
Perhaps
Full.
your full title is Prince Turan of the Kulathian.
So you've
people?
heard of my legendary exploits, Captain. See, someone who is well informed on like this. Your commander, what's his name?
Von Wartburg, and what I've heard is that you were assassinated by the people on the planet below.
Well, they tried. They failed in that attempt and decided to capture me instead. I guess they thought holding me for ransom might be better.
So,
Captain, may I say
Hmm.
something? She says.
of course.
I recognize a runaway when I see one. This is your fault, isn't it? She says to him. She watches his emotions.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And
Your government was looking for you. They think that they were
That
trying
is
to murder
correct. They are looking for me. I am very important. I'm the heir to the throne. Why would I want to run away from that?
you. Is he lying to me?
Nope.
Okay, then I guess I'm wrong. I guess I can't recognize a I'll run away.
If you spend momentum, I'll give you the answer, Wolfgang.
Spent? Just pop up my chart recorder, start scanning him
He
over.
seems to be reasonably truthful, Captain. She looks over to the captain.
Hmm. Okay, Cat, your tail is right in my face. Thank you.
It's letting you know it's there.
Sweet boy. Maybe Haggard needs a cat. Argo can have a cat.
What do you plan on doing with me, Captain?
Well, you've committed no crime in the Federation. The people on the moon opened fire while your representative was willing to allow us an hour to try and sort things out, so I'm inclined to return you to your people, care of the warship that was in the system.
What became of that warship, Captain?
It's a good question. I suppose I'm assuming since the Argo managed to ride out the storm that your people did as well. Haggard to Chitre. Is there any sign of the Kulath vessel in the
Scanning,
system?
Captain.
I'm just gonna give this to you. They are in the system still.
Oh, good.
Though they appear to be recovering certain things.
Like their drop pods.
Yep. So it looks like we can just return you right quickly. If, of course, that is what you wish.
Of course. I'm very surprised that you wish to let me go. Normally people of your standard, they would keep me shackled and question me
Forgive me, Your
Let's
Lordship.
take-
It's my job.
Is there a reputation that we should know about? This is about you.
Maybe he's a great card player.
Mm.
And, pretty lady, what would you like to know?
Sure, she says.
Excuse me, Your Lordship. That's a lieutenant.
Mm.
She glances over at the officers back at him. Gives the guy a smile to see if he's going to tell her more.
He just kind of smirks at you. Playful wink. Perhaps
I would-
maybe... On behalf of the Empire, maybe I can deal with some diplomatic negotiation between our two people.
The Federation is always interested in establishing relations with new civilizations. I'm sure that we would be delighted with the opportunity to exchange ambassadors.
I had something else in mind.
Ah, I see.
Excuse me? She says. Excuse me?
Not in the way you think, though. You're kind of puzzled.
Yeah, she's like, excuse me? She looks confused for a second.
Actually, I was thinking more along the lines, Captain. Your people are quite more primitive than my culture is. Perhaps your Federation would like some level of servitude among the Empire. You could benefit greatly from our technology and know-how.
I give a great big belly laugh. Oh, I'm sorry, Prince. Prince Turin. You obviously, and of course, I can't expect you to know any better as our civilizations. This is our first contact, but we do not serve. Believe me, others of far greater technological advancement than what your people have shown have tried and failed. We just don't take well to it. We're not built for it. So I would strongly advise against it.
Huh. So I see, you're one of those kind.
Which kind
you
would
did
that
save
be?
my life. Me no offense, Captain. I think I should keep my mouth shut from here on out. In the interest of peaceful talks here, I am grateful that you have rescued me. If you could return me to my vessel, I would be greatly
course.
appreciated that.
I'll have my communications officer arrange a rendezvous with the Colothian vessel. In the meantime, please feel free to relax in the quarters we've provided you. Freshen up in any way you wish. Make use of the replicators. It should easily be able to. We're sorry, we don't have replicators at this time, do we?
Yeah, we do.
We have food
Replicators.
slots or whatever.
Yeah.
Synthesizers, yeah.
Yep. The food synthesizer should be able to suit your biochemistry. We should rendezvous in very shortly, I believe.
Very well. I'll consider that I'm a guest here.
An honored guest of the Federation. And should you need anything, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Give
And we'll
me
see
a control plus security difficulty 1, Wolfgang.
Lieutenant Diley, I would appreciate your assistance in getting these restraints off.
Sure. Kind of comes over to go help with the restraints. She watches him closely. She will use her.
Yeah, these are the
Let's see.
ones. I would like you to remove them for me, please.
Control plus engineering difficulty 1. Or, yeah.
I'm assistant or I'm rolling.
You're rolling.
You're rolling.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Control
come over here
engineering
and
or
do this
control
for me.
security?
Control security.
Last thing I want these things to do is cut off his poor wrists.
The tactical system can help.
Yay.
Get a momentum out of it. You undo the wrist. He looks at you guys like, you can strain me all day you want, Lieutenant, as he winks. Do you care to show me to these quarters?
Die.
Yes,
Would like
of course. I'll tend to our guests, Captain, Commander.
And Haggard will make his way back up to the bridge to try and hail Kurando.
Can I get a conversation with the prince before the game ends?
Do the Kurando. Let's do the battleship real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Right back.
Alright, Captain, you go back onto the bridge.
Ah.
And Tamira, hail the Pulath vessel.
Opening channel now, sir.
Captain Ulysses Haggard to Commander Kurando. Please come in.
What do you want, Federation?
I have good news for you. During our sojourn on the moon before it disappeared, my officers managed to rescue one Prince Turan of the Kuloth. I would like to offer you the chance to repatriate your citizen.
He looks at you for a moment, and he kind of turns like, dear God, Captain, the prince is dead. And he gives you this stern look.
Can I get insight on that one? Is he trying to hint that that's the answer he wants to hear, not necessarily what the truth is?
Yeah, insight plus command. And
That guy's
difficulty 1.
I had a feeling.
That guy's a charlatan, or they
You want me to get it?
You can
What's
roll
your-
2.
Okay.
Both
What's
of you
your
can
insight
roll.
command? Because yours is probably better than mine.
Mine is 15.
And you have deception, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you do it. You do it.
Okay. Plus, I got cold read, so I can maybe learn more.
Yeah, you definitely should be doing it.
What was the difficulty?
1.
Okay,
You just
so
made it.
got it. So I get a bonus from momentum, which must go to an information spin to learn more about the individual. So what do I learn
Yeah.
from the basic roll?
So the basic roll is the way he looks at you, and the answer is like, that is the answer that he wants to hear, that he's dead.
It's the answer that he wants to hear, that he's dead.
Like, he's insisting that he is dead, and he will not accept another answer any other way.
Does he seem to have a... Oh, wait, Wolfgang's typing. Does he seem to have a personal interest from using that the bonus momentum in that being the case?
More like he's more fearful for his life.
Good God.
Understood, Commander. Perhaps there has been some sort of miscommunication. Please stand by as I see if I can't sort this out.
Indeed. Just so you're aware, Captain, we are recovering our pods and then we'll be leaving your space shortly.
Understood. And I head down to the quarters we've given Prince Turin and ding his door.
Enter.
Prince Turin, is there any particular reason that your people wouldn't want you back? Because they are very insistent that you are dead.
That's
Am I there?
outlandish. Yeah.
Am I there or no? Okay. Okay.
He's
okay.
trying to. He's trying to like. He's hitting on you, like, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
He's like, that's outlandish, Captain. I am beloved by my people.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do an insight command on that one.
I'm still gauging his
Difficult you
emotions if I can. He's not the wiser, probably.
You get a momentum. Oh, he believes every word he's saying.
I'll say that to the captain, too.
Well, that's as may be, Prince, but Commander Kurando doesn't seem to have any interest in recovering a Prince Turan, because he is bound and determined that the prince is dead.
That's outlandish, that traitor. I will have his head. He slams his fist on the table. You must take me to my home world.
I don't think you're quite in the position to demand anything, much less to divert a Federation starship. I will, of course, be happy to take you to the nearest starbase, and where you can begin to work your way through the bureaucracy of the Federation Diplomatic Corps to return you to your people. I am unwilling to try and return you to the vessel in this system because I fear that they may harm you. Now, if you insist, of course, I will be happy to deliver you to them.
This is outrageous, Captain.
So I take it you'd like me to transport you to to Commander Kurando's.
No. It appears someone in my family has betrayed me.
It is historically a problem with monarchies. Is there anything you want to tell us about your situation? You seem to be abandoned by both sides.
Both sides? Are you talking about the Zulathians?
Your former captors, as well as your fellow Kulathians.
The Zulathians, if you want to know the truth, both the Kulath and the Zulath were once one people.
Mm-hmm.
They chose not to engage our goodwill and join us in the genetic superiority for our people. So we must eliminate the cancer from our kind.
So the Kulath practice eugenics experimentation to improve the genome?
Yes.
And the Zulath choose not to. In a matter of speaking, how?
long ago, our species endeavored to travel to stars before we had the capability of traveling faster than light. A group settled on a faraway world. As our kind developed in the home system, we became the Kulath. The Zulath went about their own way. When we attempted to re-emerge both worlds, war broke out. And we were battling until one day we finally gained superiority over the the Zulath.
And what is the primary disagreement between your two factions? I mean, if you come from the same species, the same world, originally in any event, what is
You're
it that the
talking
Zulath...
You're talking about eons and eons ago, Captain. The reason no matters no more.
Well, it seems to me, Prince, that you have a choice. You can either attempt to return to your people, in which case I will do everything in my power to see that the Federation aids you in this endeavor, or you can try and make a new life for yourself here within the Federation. If you are a man of as many parts and talents as you claim, that should be easy enough to do. And if you have any sort of detailed knowledge of advanced technologies or systems, you would definitely find a place.
Despite their betrayal, I am no traitor to my kind, Captain. I will give you no such technology.
As you wish. So, where do you wish to go from here?
Drop me off at your nearest starbase. I'll have to work with someone of higher stature to get back to my people and bring about my revenge upon whoever betrayed me.
Well, Federation has no interest in engaging in internal politics of that nature, but I'm sure the Diplomatic Corps and Starfleet Command will, again, we look forward to opening up communications with new civilizations, and I think you will find all the help that is available will be at your disposal. Until then, again, please make yourself comfortable here as the Argo's guest. And should you need anything, let myself, or one of my officers know. And for what it is worth, I am sorry about your situation. But
Yes.
So I split and head back to the bridge to contact the contact Corando again.
They have, when you return to the bridge, whoever is at science will tell you that they have departed.
Okay.
And it was unlike the similar technology you saw with the planet.
It was unlike that?
It's very similar.
Okay, so they just sort of popped out. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the rest is free roleplay for you guys. That's it.
Well, I'll tell Haran to set a course for, is 621 the nearest starbase? I know we're 15 lights from Trill, but it's further away. Let me pull up that.
It's Actually, it's actually Starbase 12 is the closest, and that's in the opposite direction.
Okay, well, set a course for Starbase 12 to drop off our guest. And I'll order Lieutenant Dye to monitor Turan's quarters to make sure nothing hinky goes on, any weird transmissions or anything.
Okay, I'll keep a watch on him and make sure his stay on the ship is less than princely and very normal and mundane.
A watch just from Maroon. Stick him on a moon.
I'll make sure he doesn't get any royal treatment from the crew, even though he's a prince.
That
All right.
that won't be hard.
Was a prince.
And then I will ask out Sonadel and the commander for drinks and
Okay,
a meal to celebrate the fact that everybody lives.
Oh, Commander, I think you're forgetting something, but your back hurts really bad.
Yeah, I was just about to go see him about medical attention.
Because he actually put in chat that he sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so
You take 1 stress, Commander.
Ow.
And
That hurt.
then and Sonadel's in her quarters. But yeah, she will be there.
Commander, I guess
Hmm.
it's time for you to get medical attention that you need.
Yes, that's why I came down into sick bay. I wanted to, once I finally had a free moment.
So, yet another fun-packed day.
Oh, there's 2 of me. No.
Changeling.
There's a
Changeling, kill it with
changeling.
fire. Kill it with fire.
As you start examining the commander, you notice the same burn pattern on his back.
Ah, same as
Commander, it's family name.
So-
Yep.
same as Sonadel.
Yes, we were fired upon by the aliens with some sort of energy weapon. It's quite effective. Apparently, there was some medical work done by our captors.
Yes, they have done some rudimentary things.
Oh,
If you just stay still for a second, control medicine.
Yep, difficulty 2.
I'll take a momentum.
You want Ansas to assist?
You get the
Oh,
momentum
you don't
back.
need it.
You got it.
whoa! You
Why
definitely
did I
got
press 3?
it.
I went
Well,
to
you don't.
actually just press the
Yeah.
one. So, yeah, I'll take the first one. So, yeah, he's fine.
See it.
And I'll take the one and with the other one to do the same thing as I did for Sarnadal and just advise him that light duties would be needed for the next couple of days.
Alright, he's down to
Gonna
4
hit.
momentum. Alright, you guys are down to 4
Very good.
for that advantage.
Yes, it should be. So I certainly wouldn't be playing anything too strenuous.
I think I'm gonna stick to lab work for the time being. Could you write up a report for light duty, noting the light duty to the captain?
Yes, of course.
Actually,
Sarnadal's also.
Are you heading up to the bridge?
I can if I need to. You need anything?
Actually, I go over to a console and load up the findings of my tricorder onto the into the computer, load it up into a pad, and hold it out to the doctor.
Of course. Thank you. I'll take that up to him. It gives me enough time to be away from the Tellarite. If I stand too long in the room with him, I'll just argue.
Her.
Her.
Oh, and Doctor, you may want to take a look at that those scans for yourself. Those were the scans of our illustrious visitor.
Oh. I'll add them to the biology file. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Like duties, remember.
Aye, Doctor.
All the stuff is happening at once.
So what were your tricorder readings? I saw you had them routed to me, but
I believe I'm passing them to you.
well, okay.
He
The
walks
prince
up-
has a transmitter / tracker implanted in his neck. And he's slightly malnourished, but that's about it.
The commander asked me to pass you these, and he is on light duties for the next day or so, as he recovers from the injuries that he received on the mission.
Understood.
Actually, probably here.
But everybody came out fine, so
Excellent work, Doctor. And you're feeling better yourself, I see.
yes, just a little scratch, I guess.
Let me ask
Although,
you. No, go ahead.
yes, no, please, by all means.
Do you think, based on these readings, that you could remove this device safely from our guest?
I should be able to through surgery, but I would have to ask his permission first. So.
Oh, of course. Although in his current situation, I can't imagine.
Why he'd want somebody
right.
to be able to track him.
Load this data up to Lieutenant Dai's console as well. Dai, see if you can see if you think if he doesn't wish it to be surgically removed, you can jam it or deactivate it remotely.
Okay, sir. She'll go ask him. She'll get her done. Her roll.
And
Oh, we're just gonna... Okay, cool. Groovy.
You can spend a momentum, I'll answer that for you.
Sure.
No, you can't jam it remotely. But you could surgically remove it.
So I guess I may have another patient after all. Commander Dyer, do you wish to join me in asking the patient?
Sorry,
Yes.
my mic up that whole time.
Of course, she says.
Dai, Doctor, you're with me. Let's take. Let's visit our guest. My fear is that if the usurper or whoever is intent on getting rid of him for good and all, they'll keep coming after him until they do, whether he's in Federation space or not. So let's see if he's amenable to reason.
Yes, of course, Captain.
And head on down to the guest quarters.
You
We'll
come
head
to
on
the.
down.
You arrive at the guest quarters.
Ping his door.
Enter.
Ah, Prince Turan. Our scans detect that you have a transmitter and tracking device implanted in your neck. You are aware of this, I presume.
Yes, I am.
Is it your belief that your people will continue to try and track you, whether friends or enemies?
Potentially, yes, but if they wish to come and deal harm to me, I say let them come.
Ah, well, see, this is where we run into a little problem. Because if you are in Federation space and aboard a starship, or even for that matter, the Argo, and they come and do harm to you, it's not just doing harm to you, now is it? It's doing harm to Federation citizens and potentially my crew. So, I would urge you to have this transmission device safely and surgically removed.
Give me a presence plus command difficulty 2.
Presence, command, difficulty 2. Ooh, well, I've got bold, so I will give you a threat.
Command, yeah, cap. Alright, gain a momentum. I thought he
Okay.
already used his determination. Pretty sure everyone's used their determination tonight.
I didn't use the determination.
Oh.
I bold, so I gave you a threat to get the extra die.
No, I meant earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used mine to
but
help to heal the doctor. Yeah, I don't have it.
I was trying to give you an excuse to use it. I thought you hadn't.
Oh, I see. Determination. I
Yeah.
wasn't reading the chat. Yeah. So,
Sorry, I was
yeah, I
implying
don't think
to
I'm
roll.
going to bother re-rolling. I think I'll stick with the 3
Alright.
and avoid a whammy.
Fine, very well. I guess I'll have to get used to mediocre life.
I think you're underselling life in the Federation. But Lieutenant Dye and the good doctor here will take you to sick bay, and it should be a very simple, painless outpatient procedure.
Painless, you say? That transmitter is attached to my spine.
We have.
I hope your doctor is skillful enough.
So do I.
I think you'll find Federation medical science quite impressive. And Lieutenant Dye, after the device is removed, make sure that it no longer can send or receive anything ever again.
Of course, Captain.
Of course, Captain.
I wouldn't worry, Prince. It says you could write a book, and maybe people would be interested about hearing about the pampered life of a prince.
Do your people even read?
Whenever I get the chance, Prince, whenever I get the chance.
Take me to this sick bay of yours.
So I will, meanwhile, I'll go back up to my ready room and use my high-tech coffee machine to get me a cup of my special roast and crack open the copy of the Seawolf I found on Earth and have a bit of a read and some coffee.
I will continue to treat the prince like he's no big deal at all.
Chizonans.
Oh yeah,
so many Chizonans.
After that, we both made them up.
Out for a walk, doctor.
Yeah.
I'm losing it. It's okay.
No.
All right, Chizona.
Yeah.
It is to remove the implant. This is going to be kind of difficult because it is attached to his spine-ish.
Okay.
The base of his neck. This is going to be daring plus medicine.
Yep.
Difficulty 4. And I have threat that I need to spend.
You don't have to.
Roll anyway. Complication range is 4 as well.
Jesus.
You want Ansas to assist?
Yes, I would like him to assist, and I will take
Guess I want some cheesy poofs.
One
Take
momentum.
take 3 and get 4 dice
but-
rolling.
Yeah, but with the complication range, they've got a chance of it going anywhere, and I've got a good.
That's a fair
would
point.
Xenobiology.
No, but I'll take surgery as a focus.
I've got trauma surgery.
It doesn't really apply.
And so
Hit him
that's
over,
regular
would
surgery.
hit him over the head and give him a little bit of trauma, and then you can.
Punch him in the neck right over where the device is. And
Exactly.
No, he performs surgery with an Ushan. That's what happens. That's how you work that.
Carves it out of him, you know.
But
The
there is
knife.
one thing: if he dies, the other ones get what they wanted anyway. So it's not as if it's a bad thing.
Sorry, Captain, I did all I could do.
Yeah. If I cripple him, I'll just.
He just as you get ready to put him under for the surgery, he kind of grabs you and is like, looks at you for a second. Oh, by the way, if you don't remove this right, it does explode.
Oh, that's really is a terrible, terrible thing.
Oh man, I called down Wolfgang, even if he's getting a rest. I called down Wolfgang to run some scans on this thing. Passive scans first. He wasn't joking, right? I didn't sense he was joking with my emotional.
He was not.
Okay, cool.
Even
He's
though he
not
gave kinda
joking.
like no, he's not joking.
I will tell the doctor to hold on, and I'll get the science officer down here. The science/XO. No rest for him.
Commander
Awesome.
Wolfgang here. Go ahead.
Commander, we have a potential issue with the. He realizes I probably should tell the captain. You know what? Let me get back to you.
Very well, Lieutenant.
She contacts the captain.
Haggard here.
Captain, we have a potential issue with this tractor in it. It would seem that it has an explosive device, so we've been told by the prince. Maybe we can get somebody from science to run some passive scans on it, get a good feel for it before we attempt to remove it.
Very well. I think this is probably serious enough where you can contact the XO.
Thank you, sir. We'll take care of it.
That's good coffee.
Die to Commander Warburg.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Yes, we have a potential situation with the tracker that is inside the prince. We're assigned to remove it, but we've determined that there is explosives in it, and I was hoping to get your help for some passive scans to determine what steps to take next, sir.
I would actually advise that up-close medical scans or security scans from tricorder be more apt. I did give a tricorder scan before, but Starship scanners usually aren't great in high fidelity with single individuals.
Right.
I would advise that. What did you say the problem was again?
It's an explosive device in the spine of the prince.
All right. I imagine there's an isolation ward. Determine the yield of the explosive, and then if it's somewhere we can contain it within the ship, then try to move him there. Put up shields as required.
Of course, sir. I know the precautions. She says, I just thought your science intellect could be needed. She says, if you're that injured, I could bring a wheelchair to come get you.
Ooh.
Lieutenant, I am
Throw it
fully
shade.
aware of my abilities, and I am telling you, as a science officer and an experienced Starfleet officer, that ship sensors are not used on individuals. That's what tricorders are for. Medical tricorders and security tricorders are specialized for the kind of thing you're looking for. And the scans I've
Right.
given so far, they're on file, which should be with the doctor still, might be of assistance there, but I would trust a medical doctor's or a security officer's scans over a Starship's scanners.
Right.
Maybe-
Okay.
we may be thinking about this in a wrong way.
Doctor?
Could we, could we just transport the device out of him rather than just? Because if you transport the device out of him outside and it explodes in fresh air, in the space, and I could redo the damage after to his nervous system.
I mean, theoretically, one could lock onto anything and beam it, but you tell me, Doctor, can we medically, is it safe for us to remove it in that fashion? Or will it possibly explode while we're transporting it?
You could spend a momentum to get that answer.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
So, the transmitter / device implant is attached, like it's fused into his spine, which is why it's so difficult to remove.
Yeah, but couldn't I just repair that part of his
Transporting it out,
spine?
because it's fused, you would be taking part of the tissue and
Okay.
making him a paraplegic. Sorry, yeah.
Hmm. And I couldn't repair the damage after. Okay.
You could not
Okay.
repair the damage after, because you're taking molecules away.
She says your orders are advised, Commander. She says we'll proceed with medical and security scans. She says, and we won't disturb you anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it'll. It looks like it's too fused to actually do it that way. Would have been safer.
And die to Captain Haggard.
Haggard here.
We spoke with Wartburg. He recommends medical scans and security scans. We're working on it currently.
I trust you and the doctor to get this done. I know our guest in the ship is in good hands.
I'm gonna run some security scans first, some passive ones, and then see if it's something that needs to be quarantined or how big of a device it is.
I'll attach this to the momentum that you spent earlier. With a device, essentially, the yield is strong enough that it would kill the subject that it's implanted in, plus anyone nearby. Like, it would do enough damage. It would be lethal if they're struck by it. In terms of actually, it wouldn't really. Yeah, it's essentially an anti-personnel implant. It's definitely enough to kill the subject, and potentially injure anyone who is nearby him, within close proximity.
Do I get a security control roll to kind of determine that, or are you just giving that to me?
No, I'm just giving it to you. That was
Can I roll
the moment. No.
Okay.
Because
No, I don't get a security.
Momentum you spent earlier. No, you do not get a security roll.
Sweet.
Right.
Well, I look at him and say, maybe we could give you some sort of armor or put something between you and him that you can work through. Like a shield. Something exposing just your hands, perhaps.
Yes, that might be an idea. But obviously, I was looking for the assistant of.
You could wear
NSA
body
as
armor.
well.
That's a opportunity cost, and they'll give you 2 resistance. And I believe that gives me 2 threat as well.
For body armor, I think it's just opportunity. I think it's like 2 opportunity or something. Right?
I think there's escalation because it's armor.
Or you could just save the momentum to spend on the actual surgery.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Save it on the actual surgery.
Yeah, because bare minimum, you're losing 2 if you try to get armor.
Well, since I don't get a security roll to determine any more information, I'll advise that. I don't know where to go from there. Security-wise,
Well,
make it so.
Please, stand back, Dyer. Anissa, are you okay giving me a hand?
Aye, Doctor. Steady hands.
I'll inform the captain that we're proceeding.
I'll use 1 momentum.
Is difficulty 4 or complication range?
I can check. I can change one of them.
Okay, there's 3.
Three.
I believe Anas was helping.
Does the ship help?
Nope.
Isn't the med bay where it gets -1, or is that just with other tasks?
That was with the med bay. It would have been difficulty 5.
This is gonna hurt.
Succeed at
I'll
cost?
one reroll. Well, he could use the pressure field.
Oh yeah, surgical pressure field gives a reroll of one of the dice, doesn't it?
Yes, for during surgery only.
Activating pressure
Without
field.
surgery.
We're losing it.
And
So
then
you can
I get
re-roll
to-
the complication.
I'll reroll
Yes.
that complication and get a
There
1.
we go.
Hey.
What just happened?
We
The
just
GM
saved-
saved us.
I mean, I could have just let that complication sit there and boom. Yes. So you do manage to, while it was very hairy, you almost triggered the device, but managed to remove it without any harm done to the patient. But the device is still active.
Can
I
we
will-
transport the device out of here?
And it seems to be humming.
Sweet. I'll tell them to back off and try to disarm it if I can with any type of I tell them to withdraw.
I'm trying to figure out how you could disarm this because it's so tiny.
Okay, if I can't figure it out, I'm just gonna grab it, use my fitness security, and I'll run it into like a, I don't know, into a room, throw it in the bathroom there.
You could just airlock
Toss
it.
Well, I mean-
Or
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Transport
yeah, I mean, you could transport it. I'm just saying, wherever. I'm not gonna spend. I mean, if it's gonna blow up, then I'll. I mean, it's only gonna blow up a little space, so maybe I can just throw it in a bathroom. Or, I mean, if I can run to an airlock, I'll do that. But if it doesn't look like it's got the time, then I'm not gonna try that.
Okay, just give me fitness security difficulty 2.
Okay, cool. I'll throw it in the head. Fitness security.
I think we've got 1 momentum if you want to do cautious.
Hell yeah, I do. You know it. Your feet show it.
I think you get 2 momentum. You run to the head in the bathroom in sickbay, and you, because since the sickbay is near the outer hall, essentially you flush it into space.
Sweet.
All right, who put the cherry bomb in the toilet?
She'll sit down on the corner in the ground there, and then she'll pull her communicator out, and she'll tell the captain it's been taken care of.
Excellent work.
Not a problem, barely an inconvenience.
She pats Usman on the shoulder.
I think we need a drink.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Told you they didn't know a vein from an artery.
You do know we'd saved your life.
Likely story. I wasn't awake for it. I don't know anything.
Oh, I can show you videos.
Just actually, yeah, you were gonna be carried off by an ant thing.
Told you I didn't like bugs.
Well, that's something we definitely agree upon. I don't like bugs either. She walks out the door.
What part of getting more bed rest did you not understand? doesn't mean harass every
captain-
person that comes by.
The part where they started handling explosives 2 beds away from me.
She says to Ozo, she says, you think the captain would mind having a drink with us?
I don't think he would mind. It's always good to see the captain in a more relaxed setting.
She'll set that up. She'll set that up. That's all I got.
Commander
Unless
to
you
Lieutenant
enjoy
Dai.
it. Commander, she says, this is Dai.
Status of... Status update?
It's been taken care of, sir. You're
Very
right.
good.
The medical scans helped, she says, but the security scans didn't really build anything. It's been taken care of. You can rest. Be assured.
Science saves the day once again. Enjoy the rest of your shift, Lieutenant.
Yes,
After
and I'm
shift.
pretty.
Commander, we're gonna go celebrate. She says, would you like to join us?
No, thank you. I'm catching up on some reading. Enjoy yourselves.
Are you sure?
We will, sir.
I could bring a wheelchair for you, sir.
Oh, so much shade.
Lieutenant, you're coming very close to disrespecting a superior officer.
I'm just being honest with you, sure. I'd be willing to assist you. You enjoy your I'm glad to have you safe back aboard the ship. I was really worried.
Your concern is noted. Have a good leave, I suppose, since I assume your shift is over.
She looks at
Commander
Ozo.
out.
After the commander goes out, she looks at Ozio. They always mistake my honesty, she says, for...
Insubordination?
Yes, so I'm just being honest with them. She says, wouldn't they want their officers to be honest? I mean, aren't officers in Starfleet honest with each other?
I can't see why at all.
I mean,
But I like
totally
the way
be-
that medical apparently got no actual remit in that whole situation. It's all science as usual. These people. Oh, ever so vain.
Back in sick bay, a certain prince wakes up from his surgery and goes, my neck. And as he looks over across the bio bed from him, good God! What is that thing?
I'm pretty sure it's your nose, but we better have him cut it off to be sure. God knows who'd improve your looks.
You might want to have a lay down. You've had a rather thorough surgery.
That thing talks. What kind of
So do
ship
you,
is
sir.
this?
A Starfleet, sir.
Are all those species your kind ugly as that?
No, just that one.
I see. Oh God, I have nightmares now.
Maybe I should sedate you and help you get to sleep.
Careful, he doesn't know
Please,
an artery
please
from
do.
a vein. He almost killed you when you were on the table.
No, I did not.
I think he left his watch in there.
I don't. Would you like to sleep, sir?
Yes. Can I go back to my quarters or the cabin? Or
Sure.
wherever
Sedates
the
him.
hell they he shuts up, goes to sleep.
Falls over.
You heard him. He asked for it.
Later, when Ansas is not looking and he's about to wake up, Paz is gonna be leaned right over his face, so she's the first thing he sees when he wakes up.
Oh, with that, I think this is a good time to call it. And that concludes a new frontier.
Very